for some reason, but that's not the only thing we got boxed today. I also got this stuff right here. So let's get to it for an old-fashioned pinball media unboxing extravaganza. Hello, everybody. Once again, Don here. How you doing? Welcome to the arcade, of which I'm going to go play each and every one of these after having just returned from the Texas Pinball Festival. How you doing? Oh, of course, we're doing phenomenal here. Looks like we're live. Let's open some crates. We love giveaways around here. And like I mentioned on the Facebook posting just now, if you order anything from me for the next, 144 bottles, I'm going to include a free 5-hour energy. Because what the heck am I going to do with it? I have no idea why it showed up. But there it is over there. First box. Let's see, what do we got? Something in a nice gray bag. It feels fabricated. And I'm excited about these. These, my friends, are the 2 Portal shirts that I purchased from Brad Albright himself because I was so impressed with the time I had playing Portal, which you've no doubt heard of, that I thought, which way to celebrate better the season of the Portal from P3 Multimorphic than by giving away these light blue $35 t-shirts. So that's what we're gonna do. I got one for myself because I had to, but through the magic of purchasing multiples, I have one additional one of these extra large only light blue Brad Albright designed logo t-shirts for Multimorphic's Portal. Look, even it says Multimorphic there, right there on the bottom. Who wouldn't want to win one of these? Here's what I suggest we do. I suggest we go and live stream the Portal virtual pinball game, which I have currently here in the dojo. And during that, one live viewer can win this. Or we could pre-register. I don't know how to do it yet. But there we go. This one's mine. And this one was purchased for a winner of a Portal t-shirt. So that's cool. Let's put it over here on WWE here. Just so we can show that off. Portal t-shirts. All right, a 5-hour energy and a Portal shirt. What's better than that? How about some Spanish magic? Boom, it came. I got my next installment from Cab Custom, and I'm never sure exactly what I'm going to get in these boxes when they send them, because bonus materials have shown up before. This was a purchase that I had made prior to going to Texas. Didn't take very long at all. Custom schmushtums. I didn't even have to pay any tariffs yet. I guess those are going into effect tomorrow. So I got out a little bit ahead of it. Cab Custom, the go-to place for my side armor, for my fancy hinges, because they're only about 140 euros, and they'll send them to you. You can get them black powder coated from the factory. Or if you're like me, you take them to your local powder coater and get your stuff done up, because you want your machines to be as extra as you are. All right, a lot of packaging straps. Now they tend to come in long boy boxes because they're armor sized. Cab Custom. All right, should we open the edge? Why not? Why not? Probably several reasons, but it's probably better to go longitudinal. But we'll take it right off the top here. You know what? Let's go longitudinal because it is taped along here. Okay. The joy of the unbox here. All right, everything seems to be in order there. Is this thing even sharp? I think it's sponsored by a blade company. Or is it glued too? Oh man, I think it's taped and glued. Show me your secrets, box. Sounds metally. All right, let's see if we can get in this edge. Dude, it is glued. All right. Oh my, dude, I have a knife, literally. There we go. All right. We're in. Okay, we're into the box. I think I got into part of my finger there. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's a long boy. It's a long boy. Anything else? Everything is packaged herein. I can't wait to show this off. All right, it's gonna be an unwrapping too here. I can already tell there's lots of stuff. All right, bubble wrap, bubble wrap. I gotta save it to ship all those 5-hour energies because I gotta get them out of here before my daughter sees them and chugs them all. Be bouncing off the walls. All right. What we got? Doing this one-handed. There's a lot of stuff wrapped up in here. All right, here we go. There we go. All right, I don't think I need this anymore. I'll put that down before I chop off some more fingers. All right. And it all fell out. All right. What do we got? Hinges. All right, so these hinges are for Dungeons and Dragons. They're bare metal because they're going to be cut out. Can you see what they say? All right, here we go. See if you can. There's a red background help. We've got a D20 with the 20 on there, and it says, "Don't worry, I have a plan." That's going to look good in probably a red powder coat. This one is another D20 with the 1 on it. So you get 20 and 1. And this one says, what does it say? "Guess I'll die." Oh, is this not mirrored left to right? What's going on with streaming services not letting us mirror our screen so you can actually read the stuff? I guess if I hold it backwards, you can read it better. "Guess I'll die. And don't worry, I have a plan." With that D20. Look at the Portal shirt in that D20. That looks sick. Let's put the D20 with the 1. "Guess I'll die" in blue. Dude, super awesome. These are going on the machine I'm currently preparing for the One-Up Lounge in Bellingham. All right, what else do we get? I ordered myself some speaker panels too. So if you want to upgrade from the standard speaker, speaker panel housings, you can get these, so you can put those upgraded 4-inch speakers in there that the LEs have. So I got a couple of these. I thought I ordered extra. Oh, I did. All right, so I got an extra set of those. So I got some for D&D. I got some for a future project too. Let's see what else they sent me. Oh, cool. I'm gonna get to those in a second. All right. Dun, dun. These are the armors. Let's put that multimorphic in there. Whoa, look at that beholder. These are the armors for D&D. Man, look at that blade. Can you imagine these in a nice shiny red powder coat? Bladed on the side. Nice hand guards. Screw holes already present. We get it powdered and boom. We put some reflective material behind that sword. Dude, that's gonna look awesome, man. That's gonna look awesome. All right, what else we got? I ordered an extra set of armors. It must not be done yet. So for now, the D&Ds can go off to the powder coater. Jerome, sick blade, brother. Oh, that is so sharp. Once it gets powder coated, it adds a nice little edge there, so it's a little safer. But for now, woohoo, watch out, man. The thing's deadly. I love it. 140 euros, not bad. All right, the last little piece we got here. These are some acrylic inserts for the speaker panels, so when you put those lights behind them, really pops, right? All right, Cab Custom, thank you. Let's see what we got. Oh. Is there a name for that? It's the ampersand, the Dragon ampersand. We got a couple of them. I bought some extra. I do have the D&D LE behind me, which has the Ds, but I mean, come on. Little beholders, little and symbols. All right, this is gonna be fun. A couple more and symbols. Here was the fun thing I got. Boom. Doom, 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 doom. What could these possibly be for? I don't think there's any currently released pinball machine that these inserts would go into. But I think we're about to see one soon. And hint, it's banana bread flavored. These are my Kong inserts, which are gonna go into Kong. Kong Premium, so those speaker lights will be awesome. So thanks Cab Custom for the hookup. We got several sets of D&Ds, the ampersands, and some of these too. Wait, ampersand, we got that. We got that. We got that. I only got one of these. Oh, okay. So maybe you can get the ampersand in one side, this guy in the other as an option. I think this was a test. But that's pretty firm in there. We were discussing the overall design, and I want to make sure that the attach points were strong enough. But yeah, I mean, even as delicate as that looks, that's pretty sturdy in this 1/4 inch acrylic. All right, so that worked out. So how about that, huh? Surprise live unboxing of all this stuff. The Kong armor must be on its way. I pre-purchased that too. Be on the lookout for the Portal shirt giveaway. Should be happening soon. One more thing from Josh Cox I also picked up today. This is fun. This is crazy. This is for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. To replace the plastic on the meat grinder, he made this cool little weathered metal from Velvet Steve Wop for to Don from Velvet Steve Wop for life. I wish I could write the left this, man, so you could read it. Dude, Josh Cox, that's awesome. So that's going in the game. And I'm not sure exactly what I do with this, but I got a rubber finger too. Oh man, that's a severed finger. So that, some hardware in here. This will be a fun little mod for Turner Classic Movies over there, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Dude, hell yeah, Josh Cox, you're amazing. What color am I powder coating? I'm glad you asked that question. I'm glad you asked because I just sent out for free samples from Prismatic Powders. They're my powder coater supplier. And so you can get a free sample sent to you and then you pay $20 shipping and you can have like, I don't know, like 27 or something. So I have just about the entire red colors coming, all the red colors that they have. And so I'm gonna find out what best approximates this look, because like, I like the way this goes with the rubbers that I put on the play field and everything. However, I wanna go for a deeper illusion, I think. So I ordered a bunch of their swatches. So they'll send them to me. They come already like a powder coated piece of metal. You can flip through and like see like, okay, what really is gonna work the best? And I think I'm gonna get a look that's even better. Either it's gonna be more sparkly or more iridescent. And then when I find out the exact color I'm going with, I will share that and save you the trouble. Powder costs about $18 to $24 a pound, depending on how fancy of a powder it is. 1 pound is just about enough to do a standard powder coat, legs, armor, lockdown bar. However, 2 pounds will be enough to do the entire speaker panel and the coin door and the shooter rod housing, which even on this limited edition Dungeons and Dragons is still just so very standard stern. Look how that conflicts. You got the foil on the art. You have all this powder coated armor. It looks so nice. And then you get just regular black powder coat with this freaking sticker on here. So rip that sticker off, powder coat this guy too. Take your coin door and coin door housing off. You can get these powder coated. You can have them match, or you can do a two-tone where you have one color for the door, another color for the frame. I did that on Jaws. It was phenomenal. And then that speaker panel is also very easy to powder coat. And then you get a look like what Spooky's doing. Although Spooky Pinball, this is a shooter rod. Think about it. Check this shooter rod out, man. How cool is that? Look at my world of pinball through there. That looks nuts. You see Pulp Fiction upside down over there. So this was courtesy of my friends at Barrels of Fun. I think this was a prelim design for Labyrinth. And honestly, I think I would have gone with this because that's so cool. Not that the Nipper's not a fun sculpt, but this is rad, man. It's like very wizardy. So absolutely fits this game. I'm digging it. Also, while I got you here, this is the Mimic modular setup that I have. So I've replaced the plastic with this whole terrain here. You get the flashing crystal for the flasher dome, and then you get this Mimic chest. And he lights up too. He's not currently going through it in his routine, but he'll light up. So there's your Mimic replacement. Price on this $120. You get all 3 pieces. Uses existing hardware. I might have to include like one longer screw. If I do, it'll be in the bag. But there you go. Replaces that plastic with some awesome hotness. Look how cool that is. All right. So that's what we got cooking up. I'm going to go put away all this stuff. And then I'll be picking a powder coat color, doing that order later this week, getting it over to the powder coater, and the D&D Project pinball machine will be just about ready to go out to Bellingham, Washington, to the One Up Lounge. Shout out to those guys. Check them out. Go to their tournaments, drink their beer, play their games. They're awesome. And the D&D Premium will be going over there. The D&D Ellie, staying right here because this game's awesome. And we're going to follow Dwight with the code because fortunately this wasn't a Tim Sexton project as he's moved on to other pastures. And hopefully somebody will resurrect John Wick and we'll get some finished code on it. But D&D, I've got faith in the code here. And I've got faith in the code of the next game, rumored to be an Elwyn. So that'll be fun. Once I know more about it, of course, I'll share it with you. Be sure to sub to this channel and make sure you're following the regular podcast and email me at donspinballpodcast@gmail.com. If you want to get some orders in for mods, now's a great time to do it. I'm starting an order list. I'm going to start printing these out and getting them out the door. Dude, it's sick. If you got a D&D, you need the mimic chest. There he goes. He's lighting up. You need the mimic chest. You need to get the flipper toppers. You need the start button, either for me or Rocket City Pinball. And whatever else I develop will be out as well. So, cool, guys. Be good.